Good afternoon and welcome to your favorite current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. And my name is Rosa Agbalao. It promises to be another exciting package today. I have very distinguished guests with me in the studio who will dissect the topic that we have today. Don't forget, on the program, we always dissect national issues. We look at what is happening in Nigeria. We talk to the issues. And Avia, I've been very, very delighted with what we have been doing on the program. So on today's edition, we'll open the phone lines later on to allow those of you out there enjoying the program, spending your 60 minutes with us, to also contribute to the program, to make valuable comments to the program. Because we must be partners to developing Nigeria. We must be partners to evolving a Nigeria that you and I can be proud of. So the phone numbers will be displayed later: 070-836-51320. I take it again: 070-836-51320 later on. But let me introduce my very, very distinguished personalities who will be dissecting the topic we have with us today. We have with us a very respected man of God who also is a leader of the youths, Apostle Casey Chukwu. You are welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, viewers. You're welcome, and welcome to this season.
And I must tell you that he's called the Lion Killer. I'm going to ask him why he's called the Lion Killer on today's show. So you want to know why? You must stay tuned. I also have with us a very, very distinguished man of God as well, who knows the political terrain very well, who believes that clergymen should direct the voters. They should be part of the electionary process. Dr. Emeka Ekuga, nice to have you with us today.
Nigerians is well with us.
Okay, so as we plan for 2023, a lot is happening. But on today's show, we are looking at what transpired recently, and it has to do with the president. The president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, actually made very, very wonderful comments by indicting the governors that they are actually responsible for the underdevelopment of the grassroots, for the underdevelopment of their states, vis-a-vis the country. And that has made the governors to be reacting as well. So we'll look at that. So we're looking at underdevelopment of the grassroots in Nigeria. Now, when we talk about the grassroots, we're talking about the local government setting. Now, in some states of Nigeria, the local government strives. The local government are doing well. In Lagos State, the government of Lagos was not only satisfied with the official designation of local government by the federal government, but rather added local councils, increased local councils, local government councils. Now, because they could fund it, and these local governments and local government councils are all working well. But in some other states, they are non-existent. But the president says, oh, the governors should be held accountable. The governors, they accuse them that they are even stealing local government funds. But the governors have reacted by saying no, that the president, that this federal government should take responsibility for the failures being experienced in Nigeria. That the governors are innocent. The governors are not the ones responsible for the problems bedeviling Nigeria. So, reaction, counter-reaction. But I'm going to start with Dr. Emeka Ekuga now. Looking at this latest development, underdevelopment in the grassroots, do you think the local government areas are really experiencing any form of governance or development?
Yeah, well, thank you for that question. Yes. And at the same time, I want to say that this is a very wonderful program today, because it's going to talk about you and I.
Okay.
And why it's more interesting is because Nigeria has suffered a lot. And we will keep looking at where these issues are all coming from. Well, the president coming up to say the governors are responsible while underdevelopment. The president coming up to say that the governors are stealing money. Actually, he is right, but coming very late. Because for about 8 good years he has been in the office, this area ought to have been checkmated. And I remember there was a time it was passed in is it law, or there was a court case or thereabout, where the local government was permitted to be autonomous. And I think there are issues that are related to that some time ago. But up to this moment, nothing has been done about it. If the federal government has not been interfering in how the states are managing the state resources and whatever coming into the state, how would they be able to checkmate the government as regards to the local government? How much more to the councillors? And if there should be any grassroots development, it should not only be from the local government. That's why you have councillors. But today you can agree with me that in many states, you don't even know who is the councillor. There is no recognition of the councillor. In a local government chairman, instead of chairman, we are having the caretakers for years now. And these caretakers are not being, nothing is being given to them to do as much as the local governments are concerned. When we were growing up,
yes.
I remember there are workers from the local government who go street to street clearing the roads. You will see bulldozer clearing the streets, the roads in the rural areas. When we were growing up, I witnessed all those things.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, those things stopped. You can't see any presence of the local government workers. The only thing they now do is to begin to mark houses that this one is approved by the local government, this one is not approved. All of a sudden, you can't see them any longer. And there is no way there will be grassroots development when local government is not involved in totality. If local government is not involved in totality, there is no way you can experience development in grassroots. And not just only that, because they are not well funded, they are not well empowered to do anything. When President Mohamed Buhari is talking about stealing of local government fundings by the state government, is because the state government has not been able to say, local government, this money is meant for you to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that. If you go on some of the roads and streets, you see cops littered on the roads. Difficult for a local government worker to come and pick them. How would they do that when there is nothing available for them? And there is no way there will be development in this grassroots. So the challenge today is that the state government has not been able to give the local government what it takes to make sure they get to the grassroots, to reach out to the communities and the peoples around. Come to these very states. You can agree with me. I have not seen the presence of the local government in the areas where we are staying. I have not seen the presence of the local government in any area within the town. What is the reason? Because they have not been fully mobilized to do what they ought to do. But I still wonder why they are still collecting tax. I still wonder where there are local government revenues. When that is, did you see street lights? Are they grading road? Are they giving people in the area water to drink? What actually are they doing? And the reason is because the fund that was meant for them has not been given to them. I think I can say this at this point.
That we cannot confirm whether the different state governments have really disbursed the allocation from the federal government to the local government or not. Because we have, we must draw a line. Now, when you say local government administration, they are existing. We have local government administration.
Yeah, they are existing.
Under the leadership of head of local government.
Yes.
But the discussion today is that they are not elected. Some states don't have elected local government administration because they are supposed to be a tier of government. That is another issue.
Yeah.
So we need to really make it very straight for our viewer to understand. Apostle Kesichukwu, I can say that you are very itchy to make your comment. Now, you are a leader of congregation as well. You understand the local terrain. Looking at this topic, because the president has said it. The president has said it. Now, local government underdevelopment is being attributed to governors handling. Governors have been accused.
Well, if you say the local government they are not working, I can tell you they are really working. Okay. Their duty is to siphon the poor man in the streets. That is the only, for me, that is the only thing I see.
When you say siphoning, don't you think that's a negative language? They are collecting taxes. And
no, they are not. When you collect, there's a reason someone pays tax. Okay. There's a reason why I'm paying tax. And if I'm paying tax, I must see the reason why I'm paying tax. No road, no electricity. Even in your street, where you have the gutter is bad, you do it by yourself. Those are the work of local government chairman. When transformer have fault, you have to buy transformer by yourself, pay the NEPA man by yourself, do all the connection by yourself. So they are working by siphoning the innocent citizen of Nigeria. I still
don't accept siphoning.
Well, that is so, because when we were growing up, the former governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Igbenedion, he was once a local government chairman.
Yeah, already was chairman of the local government.
Yes, and he performed very well. When he was
people are still talking about his performance.
Yes, when he was a local government chairman, he performed very well. And with that, people say, with what this man did, he's going for governor. Now today, what do we see? We see people who just go for that reason, just uproot people from nowhere, make them a governor. So nobody is even saying, okay, I'm a local government chairman, let me deliver in case I want to contest for governor, because they know that when the time comes, they will surely pay their way into governorship position. So that is where the problem is coming from. Nobody has been tested. I'm surprised that some people say that this one contesting has been tested and approved. Who test him? Who approve him? These people, they are supposed to come through local government. Some people say to me, Showore this. I say Showore has not been tested. He should go and contest for governorship or local government, and let's see what he's doing from there step by step. We'll know that this person is coming up. It's not overnight. Some people just come up and you just see them. They don't have integrity. It's their master that will just tell us we don't know them before. They say this one, he can work, can be the governor, they'll just put them there. What is their primary duties? They are not doing it. So the only thing they are doing is how to create rules, and you need to see how people are buying tickets. And
tickets to maybe transportation to trade.
Yes.
Okay.
And people who are selling pure waters, those trading in the market, and you need to see how their boys are beating up people on the street as if they are the one that tie the road. They will even be beating you on bad road. They will be beating you.
You must investigate that.
It's true.
Investigate that.
Go to Saple Road. You will see people diving into Yaris. They will just enter. They will just stay there as if they bought the car for you. Remove a whiskey, even break whiskey, because they didn't pay for tickets. It's like we are now having Agboro again in Nigeria. Let me say those states where I belong to. Look at people who are working. Wike told them. Simple as clear. The president released some certain money to some part of Nigeria's some states.
The Niger
Delta states. And these people kept quiet. They ate this money without telling us what the money was used for, until Wike came out and exposed them. And Wike told them, my own, I'm using to do bridge, to do road, to do. Wike has been
to do flyover.
Yes,
Wike has been commissioning flyover.
Commissioning flyover and project, not only flyover, project upon project. He's telling them, he challenged the governors and said, this is what we are doing with our money. I can tell you the only flyover that the governor have done for Edo State is the flyover in Unibe. If you are coming, I don't know if you have seen the Unibe.
Okay, that's the pedestrian.
That flyover. That's the only flyover we have seen in Edo State. What did they use the money for? Have they funded this local government chairman? They are just there, bearing portfolio. They are not working. No work. They are just there giving command. Come to meeting, they go to meeting, share money, they receive salary, settle their godfather. So the God will bless the president, because I keep telling people that if we look well, you will discover that Buhari is trying his best. But the people who are representing us, the governors, the senator, and all of them, they are the ones who are the bad, who are trying to bring bad name to the president. Now, if the president is not doing what he's supposed to do, you as a governor, you cry out and say, enough money is not coming in. But this time around, they kept quiet because they know that money is coming in, and they will video some certain place, because the governor cannot be in a the president cannot be in a go. The president cannot be in on one side to know what
then in Oka
to know what is happening. To know what is happening in all those corners. He worked based on report. Some of the people who go to report, they have already given them tips. Say, please present this thing very well. Tell them contract is going on. Look at Benin Lagos Express Road. Up till now, we still have bad roads. Sometimes you run, you go to one lane.
Yeah, but that's federal government.
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, because these people, they are not working. But if you ask them today, this one awarded it, Jonathan, Obasanjo awarded it, Yar'Adua awarded it, President Buhari have awarded it, but the road is not still complete. Look at normal road in Edo State. What local government should do, we are even calling on a governor to come and do it. It's not their fault, because the governor, I know, if he have released money for the local government to do a road and the local government did not do it, I think it will bring the local government to book. But what we are seeing, I think the governor is eating the money alone and is refusing to allow the local government to have their own part of the money, so that they can do what they are supposed to do.
I must interject there. The governor is not eating the money. We are talking generally about Nigeria.
And maybe he's saving the money, like Peter Obi.
We are just talking generally about Nigeria, not about any particular state. For those states, when the issue of the 30% derivation funds, we also discussed it on this program, and the Commissioner of Information and Commissioner of Budget actually defended the state government and explained that it's not their culture to be announcing what they received. It has not been the culture. You know, that Wike said it, it's just Wike that knows why he did that, but that they know that they have been working, they have been carrying out a lot of jobs. And we know in Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki has been doing a lot of good jobs. We've seen roads, we've seen the Texas Main, we've seen the Ekenwa Road. Well, I'm not here to defend the governor, but because his representative is not here, and we had him in our previous program, that's the reason I need to say that the governor has been doing well, and his commissioners actually explain the good works, the good jobs that Governor Obaseki has been doing. We must make that very clear, because our viewers are watching. But then we are talking generally. Bayelsa, Delta, Rivers, Anambra.
Will I defend Anambra State when I'm not in Anambra? Kogi. Is what I'm saying in Edo State here we talk about.
Yes, I understand. Okay, Dr. Emeka. Yeah, in your own state, your state is Imo State, because you said it on this program before.
Yes, yes.
The grassroots, is it developed?
Well, in my place, I've not noticed anything as a development. In my own local government.
What's your local government?
Ngobala.
Okay. Can you say that again?
Yes, Ngobala.
Okay. In Imo State?
In Imo State.
Okay.
I have not seen anything development as much as my local government is concerned. How much more my own village, Uvruntu? How much more?
And this is supposed to be the job of the local government?
The local government. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes.
That assuming the local government is properly empowered, of course, we will see it. That's the dividends of democracy. When you see things you're supposed to see as a democratic government or nation, we will cry out. The street here in Benin, where my church is situated, is tied by Governor Obaseki. I give him hand. Okay. And I've said it time with that number that the governor of Edo State is trying his best. But yet, I will also challenge him that the best is not enough. Some time ago, there was a protest.
So there's more to do.
There's more.
There are more roads to be, because you have benefited. All the people in your area near your church, they are benefited. But there are other roads that also need to be constructed.
You
yes.
remember where I am staying in Okoboka, in Ute.
Okay.
You remember ITV came to video when
the flood disaster.
The flood disaster. Then I contacted the former commissioner for youth and the humanitarian, and who is currently the commissioner for information. He did his best. He contacted the what do you call it, emergency management response, Edo State. They came, they took inventories. I personally did a gutter from the road to inside to avert that erosion. I personally did that.
Personal effort.
Personal effort.
Did you contact your local government?
The government has not been able to pay attention. How much more? Nobody came up from there. It was supposed to be when I made that report today. They have to reach them and say, go to social place. We don't know whether local government is existing. So how did you go and contact them? That's just the basic truth. Now, you discovered there was a protest some time ago by, what do you call this junction? If you're coming from Upper Boga Junction.
Yes.
I was aware that it was awarded from slope, about 7 kilometers wherever. It has been awarded somehow, and we give applause. We appreciate it. We're hoping to see them one day, as we call him work and see government. But that's supposed to be a work of the local government, liaising with the state government to get that done. There is a gully. I personally went there. I also took ITV there. 3 times, EBS came there. I took them there. We went there, we videoed the gully. Then it was coming from a Q1. Then coming towards that area there, moving down. And I tell you the truth, sir. Up to this moment, nothing has ever been done.
That's ecological problem.
Yes, it is.
It's more than local government.
It is, yes. And
most times, federal government has to do such gully.
Yes, if federal government has to do such gully, they won't just come from Abuja and do it. The local government will come to the state. The state will now involve the federal government or World Bank. Just like what Oshomole did last in Canada. So what am I trying to say? Underdevelopment is just as a result of corruption in our nation. I must peg it in this aspect.
Okay.
Because if you and I is paying tax, like my brother just said now, if you go to, he said, you see this year is the bans on them. I'm just coming from a stakeholders meeting with the Commissioner of Police at Oredo, what do you call it?
Rockwater Hall?
Rockwater Hall. No, not even their, where do they have their meetings?
Okay.
Their council and secretariat meetings or whatever. I'm just coming from there to this meeting now.
Okay.
And somebody raised a point of where you see some arboros collecting tax, beating up people on daily basis, one tax or the other. And the revenue director from Oredo was able to defend that the matter, they are already handling such matters.
Okay.
That those people that are collecting such revenue, issuing ticket, print ticket, and people around don't know them.
Okay.
People around don't know them. Why I'm bringing this area is that if you in a community notice that things are not going well and you cannot cry out, there is also nothing the government will do.
Yeah.
But to me, I've cried out in my area, expecting that by now they should be able to come, do some palliatives. But nothing has been done as much as I am saying this today. The revenue director, I said they are on top of it. DSS is there, police is there. They are trying to investigate all these things. We look forward for them to do it. We look for them to, put the right peg in a right hole.
Okay.
And I'm sure if what President Muhammad Buhari have just said is not the truth, the governor of each state in Nigeria should be able to come up and say openly, when President Buhari was not addressing Nigerians, you and I was crying and said he has to talk to Nigerians. So I also expect that in this issue, the governor should also come up and say, I've given this local government so and so, I've given this whatever so and so, so they should be able to perform.
Okay.
And when we know things are going accordingly.
Okay, thank you very much. I know that Apostle Kesi Chukwu is also ready to talk more, but we're going to take a break now. And after this break, we'll continue to dissect this topic. We're looking at the underdevelopment of the grassroots in Nigeria. Okay, nice to have you back after the break. Apostle Kesi Chukwu, don't you think that this issue of joint account, local government and state government joint account is the problem? Local government should be autonomous. They should have their own federal allocation. Don't you think that will solve this problem?
Before I answer that,
yes.
You know, you asked him the state he came from.
Yes.
And his local government.
Exactly.
You didn't ask him.
Okay,
So
let's start with that.
Are you jealous?
Which local government are you from?
I'm from Ebonyi State.
Okay, and which local government?
Afikpo South in Eda.
Okay.
In fact, comparing the allocation to Ebonyi State and the allocation to Edo State,
yes,
you will know that what Ebonyi State is getting is a peanut. But go and see what the governor did in every, as I speak to you now.
Yes.
My younger one called me from the village that they have tied my father's outside.
In Ebonyi, which village is that?
Afikpo, okay. Eda.
Okay.
In Afikpo South,
yes.
Eda.
That's a good one.
That they have tied my father outside, oh. That I should come and see that motor now go through that place to Aba, because we are very close to Aba there.
That's great.
Tied it, a governor. If you go to Abakaliki around 9 o'clock, if you tell somebody that you are in London, nobody will argue with you. What I'm telling you is verifiable.
Okay.
This is a governor who is receiving little from federal. Why can't the...
But you don't know it's internally generated revenue. Maybe it's getting so much from internally generated revenue.
Is there any state that does not get? If you want to come to who get more, the governor get more, those state governor get more than... there's nothing in Ebonyi State. Go and ask anybody. There's no business there. But the magic the man did, I don't know whether the man is using his personal money to fund it. That place is a city. The man has touched everywhere.
So what about the performance of local government? You are talking about the governor now. What about the local government?
Where they did, is it not local government quarters? This place belongs to local government. So if the local government area is good, will I even know who is doing it or who is not doing it?
Interested.
I'm not interested.
All is developing.
Yes, there's road, there is light, there's water. Things are moving every day, changes. You wake up the next day, you see a new road being tied. You are traveling 3 months time, they will tell you there's a new route now. They have tied this road to follow here, easier to go. In Amasiri Junction, a place they call Amasiri Junction that lead to Afikpo. Look at the bridge that man built there. Link it straight to Abakaliki, link it straight to Afikpo. The governor is trying of Edo State. He is trying, but we should stop praising him for now, because where you stop to do good, we should stop telling you this where you stop doing good. When the governor came, the first tenor, we call him the wake and see governor. Project was flying everywhere. Since he came back, I don't know what happened.
Okay, well,
whether it is because we praise him that make it stop. We want to see project fly around Edo State. The government is just watching. Nothing is happening.
Okay, well, maybe in one of our programs, we'll have a government representative to actually tell us what Edo State government is doing. But you still have to answer my question. Don't you think this joint account is affecting local government nationwide? Local government should have their federation account straight. Pay to them.
Good. You know, there must be a reason why they did joint accounts. But that should not affect what should be given to a local government. There's allocation for local government every month or per annum. If the local government that are seated in that position know that they are not getting it, they should cry out. I cannot boldly tell you now that this is what a local government have done, or this is what already local government have done, or this and this. The only thing I don't hear that they went and put borehole in one village. Everybody is happy they have borehole. A borehole that me I put in my own house. I can do borehole. Is it a new thing? So that is not the problem. The problem is if the local government know that they are not getting the revenue they are supposed to get from the governor, they should cry out.
Okay,
if the president is lying, let the governor cry out.
We have a caller now just joining us. Please, can you introduce yourself and where you are calling from?
This is Advocate. I'm calling from Igwebe.
Okay, we have a caller from Igwebe. Please make your comments.
Yes, well, it's true that what is happening in local government is really in terms of development. And I think we should believe that some money is being spent because really the other, they are not carrying out any developmental project. That is very obvious. But for the governor, I can tell you there are projects, because in Igwebe here, there is a road being constructed with 2 sides here, right now as I'm talking, they are starting it. It's not that the governor is not doing anything, but there should be transparency as regards the local government. Because the local government developmental strive is not being seen. That is the issue.
Okay.
Probably because there are no elected government there.
Yes.
Because the hawkers, I believe they have limitations. And two, just as though your guest said there, the people, they are being employed. Paying salary, what are the workers doing there? Paying salary, is it a development? Just the paying salary and what the people are doing are not being seen. The people should be paying for hard work. That is the issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
the
much.
federal government, we should also blame the federal government. Because all the federal roads in Edo, the Niauchi road, we have been crying. Even the dry season has since set in, not going on. So the federal government has the audacity, the quarry need to be queried. If the one is querying others, who will query him? He needs to be queried too. Because they check the balances.
Exactly.
Nobody is an alpha and omega.
Yes.
Surely Nigeria has seen that once a president leaves, it becomes untouchable. Obasanjo left, nobody talk about him. Jonathan, in fact, all of them, does it mean they didn't cycle money? They cycle money. All the military outside of state, they are all billionaires. Where did they get the money? That is that.
Okay.
But I still have to praise the governor in the area of development. He's trying.
Okay.
Because at the
Which governor are you praising now? Which governor?
The
no road was tight.
Okay.
Militia
Okay.
as a whole. Yes. But we can see roads that have been tied. But I am not saying the governor should do more. He should do more because road to me is what some of us believe is most visible development strike a government should embark on, and it will be getting credit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a very good one. Very good one from Igweben. And I like the way he actually approached his thoughts, the way he actually addressed the issue. He's been able to talk about that local government can actually perform because they have staff, they are being paid salaries. I think that's a good one. But let's get this caller. Good afternoon. Please introduce yourself and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Benin City.
Your name, please.
Precisely. My name is Comrade Victor.
Okay.
Yes. Now, the first thing I want to say here is the federal government does not have the right to say the state government are siphoning money. Because in government, there are different arms of government.
Yes.
Everybody have their areas where they concentrate. If the federal government is doing its job well, I see no reason why
Okay, we're sorry for that. We're sorry for that. We have a little technical problem with that. But that's all we can take from the phone calls. We apologize. That's all we can take. I've got the technical problem that just cropped up now. But I think my callers have made very valuable points, especially the first caller from Igwebe. He actually talked about the different strata of government, different tiers of government, and there must be check and balances. Government, public office holders must be held accountable. I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
okay.
let me say something
Yes.
as regard to the last caller.
Okay.
The federal government has right to monitor the states
Okay.
because allocations come from them. If you trust something with me, I should be able to ask you, how did you use it?
Yes.
So let me quickly react to the last caller. The federal government has right. I think that there was a situation of this nature during Obasanjo that made some of the governors in the state to start sitting up. Because there should be an establishment of a particular law that checkmate the states. Why the states in return checkmate the local governments? Why the local government chairman and personnel also checkmate the councillors? And this is also the area the traditional rulers should also be involved. Because if a local government through a councillor of a particular, that's why in all the communities that are councillors that represent a particular community, like we have senators and the House of Representatives that represents all the constituencies. So are the councillors. If it's coming all the way from federal to state, we have members of the House of Assemblies in the states. If the government are unable to checkmate their activities, subvention is being given to them to also move to their constituencies, and they do things, but in their watch, these things expected of them are not being done. That's not going to be a development. That's why you see underdevelopment. A member of the House of Assembly that represents a particular constituency in a state, why did they ask you to go there? Is that you will be able to be their eyes, their mouth, their ear in the government. And when whatever project you kind of bring to the House that ought to have gotten to your own constituency is being approved, it is the state here now that formed it. Instead of them to take it home to do what they ought to do, they will take it to big mansions. They will take it to travel out. They take it to club. I'm not saying, I'm telling you, I'm not saying this because I just want to say it. I'm saying my personal opinion. And you find them, you know, doing things that you will begin to wonder. Somebody you grow up with, you cannot even have access to him anymore because he is a member of this or that in the government circle. They become Alpha and Omega. Nobody talk to them anymore. That's why things are getting wrong. And that's why we are having underdevelopment. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. Now, if the same thing is being checkmated to the local government, whether it is an administrator or elected chairman, I think there will be development in the grassroots. Okay. But as I speak, no monitoring, no accountability. Let me still talk about our wait and see governor like he was yet called, or he was once called. It was once. Like Apostle said, he is my governor. I cherished him. And it's one of the governors I supported. It's one of the governors I said he has been able to do one or two things I can see with my eyes. I don't say it in flattering him. Yes. But I say to whom much is given, much is expected. Okay. Especially when there are challenges all over in the system today. Yes. Now, if our governor will get up tomorrow, I heard he went to Textami Road the other day. He should have been able to see with his two eyes that Textami Road wasn't what it was in the beginning, but it's not yet completed. I saw a road by Watt Junction that goes to Obowo there. Yes, yes. But if you look to the other side of that cemetery, nothing is done. It's an eyesore. He went there and he has seen with his eyes. There are other areas like that. If he has been going out, or the commissioner of works goes out and video and bring it and show you, he comes up on a state broadcast and said, so place has been awarded and approved. This work must be done between now and so period. The Edolites will be glad to see that things are happening. Thank you, Dr. Emeka. Apostle Casey, now, don't you think in every state in Nigeria, there should be local government election? So all the local governments will have their elected chairmen. It can be, we are practicing multi-party system. So at different parties we compete. Yeah. So just like in Edo now, if we understand that they are ready to conduct local government election. Yes, it has been announced. Maybe we have Labour Party, we have PDP, we have APC, we have AA, we have different parties. They all, contest. And probably, maybe AA will win one local government. Labour will win one local government. PDP will win one local, just like that. APC will win. Don't you think when we have different parties having representatives as local government chairmen in different states of the country, then this local government will perform well?
Yes, they will, if they will allow it. The corruption from the head will not allow the hand to move well. Because everybody wants his own boy to be there. So you just see where a governor will just tell you that this place, forget it, you can't win it. This was a commodity. Just for example now, you saw Wiki campaign is saying that nobody, no party should come and contest up to councillor
in Rivers
State. Just go. I support him.
Yeah, but
no, I support him because he performed. he performed. Because you can't beat the rich. Someone who did very well, you don't expect other people to say, oh, this way, well, let's bring someone we don't know.
So this is a multi-party system.
Yeah, we know. I'm making a point.
Yes.
Now, if somebody like Wike is saying it, I will be hearing. But if you know you have not done well, don't come out and say, this is who we are bringing to come, where you know that my street, every year I pay to grade that road. And you are telling me who I should vote for.
Yes.
Ask many people that their street has not been tied. The tenant, the landlord in that area pay to grade that road every year. Every year. And this should be the responsibility of local government chairman or councillor. But because someone want to put somebody, he can easily say, please, so in case they want to impeach me, join hands together and fight. In case anybody, what they are even putting on there, they are not even people who are qualified for the job. They are putting agberus, people who can fight, who can kill, who can snatch ballot box. In case when they want to come out for second term, or they want to put somebody who will contest as a governor. So that is what they are even looking at, to put somebody there. They just say, who can be able to hold this zone for us? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, if there's something that happened in a Labour Party when Peter Obi came, during they brought this lady Ativier.
No, please,
I will not bring that.
No,
but if the drama that happened in the hall, you will know that Nigeria has wake up. People say no. The people raise their voice. They say, this is who we want. We want somebody who will work. Now it should come to that level where the people will choose who will lead them. If you go to all these local government councillor office, you will not see them in the office. They don't stay in the office. If you think I'm lying, send your cameraman to go to their office and see if you meet any of them in the office. He said that they have one engagement in Abuja. I don't know if there's a road linked to Edo State. Inside Abuja, they are always going every week. They are not in the office. And the governor or the deputy is not even cross-checking them to know if they are in office, to know what have you done. Show us your report card.
Every state
what is the report card? I gave you example of the former governor, Chief Lucky Igbenedion, when he was a local government chairman. We saw what he did. We saw the report card. We saw road. Do you know project? Yes, someone will come out. A project. The governor, he was then a local government chairman. Yes, Oredo local government chairman. He did a project we saw with our eye. How many local government chairman have you seen doing a road? Let people say 10 feet, 10 feet that, oh, is this local government that did it too? Is this local government that did it? All they are doing is to buy street light. How much is the street light? 1,500 for one solar street light. You put it on the road, put like 4 and 5 out of billions that was allocated to you. Well, so they should come out and cry because.
Let me talk a little bit from what Apostle Cassie just said regarding to Wike campaigning that nobody should campaign. Now, Wike must have done well in his time. And by the time he leaves the office, another Pharaoh who no Joseph will be on ground. He will not be able to control them. It will be very interesting that you contest, you win. I contest, I win. You contest, you win. And let the challenge goes round. And whomever is ahead of the affair should be able to monitor everybody. But by the time it is only through your party, it will be as it was in the beginning. So shall it be forever and ever. Because before you come to that office, I am aware. And you will not be able to cry. You will not be able to cough. I am the one that put you there. You won't do anything. But if you are not the one, it was according to the masses that you are there. That would be an issue. That when you didn't perform, they will come up. And I think those days, that is what we call in the legislation. When you don't perform, there will be a call back. But this time around, nothing like that is being done.
Recall
of your
representatives.
Yes. Nothing is being done.
And they should wait until they get there.
No more impeachment.
If the people is bringing is not performing well, then the next election they should vote them out.
Is it
it's as simple
this Nigeria is not matured to that point. But let's come back to the originality of why we are here.
Yes.
On development. If the federal government has come up and said the state governors, they didn't say state government. Governors were falsified information accused, the state governor should also come to defend themselves.
They are already doing that.
Yes, I've seen reactions.
They are doing that, yes.
I've seen reactions. But it is not enough on media.
Okay.
The people they are representing, we that they are representing, we should see action.
Okay.
What President Buhari has done.
We want to see physical structures.
Yeah, we want to see physical
everything
structures.
on the ground.
As I speak to you, my junior ones, the youth in my village, they open a platform and we are calling people. Yeah. They know they want to put street lights, this solar, and people are making contributions.
Yes.
In my street, in Ekwaboka here in Ute, we are holding meeting, the landlords, to make our light stable. It is we, the landlords, that comes up to do
what you are doing is right. You must support government.
Yes, we will.
You must support
government. I have said it time with that number. What we can do, we should do it. If I've been waiting for the local government to come and rescue me from that flood disaster, I have packed out from that house and become a tenant.
Yes.
I have to make sure I do everything I can do to make sure erosion does not chase me away from that angle.
Thank you, Dr. Emeka. Your closing remark, Apostle Kesi Chukwu.
Okay, you asked a question. Let me use it as my closing remark. Okay. Why am I called the lion killer?
Yes.
You know, during the last election, when some people told the Obaseki that they are the lion and the tiger.
Yes.
So, and I gave them my word that I will make sure they lose their word and unit. So when the election came, I make sure by the help of God that they lost their own word lawfully. And starting from there, people started calling me
the lion killer. Thank you very much. I was thinking it was talking about religion, but lion has cleared the air. The lion killer. Okay, I want to thank Apostle Kesi Chukwu for his time. Thank you very much. And Dr. Emeka Ekuga, thank you very much for your time. You've made very valuable contributions to the success of 60 Minutes Nigeria this week. And for our viewer, those of you that called in, thank you so much. We had over 40 calls we couldn't really entertain because of a technical problem. We will fix it before the next edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria. So please prepare to call in. We've given you the number already. Save the number 070-836-51320. We'll allow you to make your calls. Next week, Thursday, by the grace of God, we'll be here and with my guests to also look at another national issue. That's the show. Do have a wonderful, wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.